What's going on, young One Piece world? It's your boy Soge coming back, and I'm here talking about One Piece 1102. I know I've gone for a little while, but I'm back making these videos. I want to talk about 1102. I thought this chapter was fantastic. This is the summation of Kuma's backstory, and we are basically at the end of it. And I gotta say, this chapter really hit like a ton of bricks. You know, it starts off with kind of a flashback into the things that happened in like Sabaody, things from Kuma's perspective, like we saw Thriller Bark. Kuma mentioning that the pain that he took from Luffy and put into Zoro, that would have knocked him out. So like big ups, props to Zoro on that. We saw the formation of Bonney's crew, Bonney using her powers, and then her getting a reputation of attacking old people and children because she turns them to old people and children to dismantle them. So that's funny. That's like kind of how her bounty rose. So that's kind of like ironic. And she was able to make it into the new generation based off of that, just going around attacking bad guys. You know, now we know Bonney's 10 years old at the before the time skip and 12 years old currently. And you know, I gotta really say, I really enjoyed the hell out of this chapter. It really had some parts that hit me. I really enjoyed the part where Kuma's thinking about basically everything that he'd been through with his life, from being born, running away from slavery, and then like, you know, meeting Ginny, meeting Eva, and you know, running towards that life, and then like becoming a revolutionary, running with his head up, or running, and then, you know, just running towards that, and then losing Ginny, running with his head down, just keep progressing forward, meeting Bonney, running with his head up, trying his hardest as he can, and then, you know, finally at this point he's just running and he's so tired. And he always keeps going, and he's so self-sacrificing. He's the type of person that I think everyone wants to be, but the difference between him and somebody like Luffy is he self-sacrificed for the world, but Luffy doesn't believe in his own self-sacrifice like that. Like, Luffy wants it his way no matter what. Kuma is about, you know, he's willing to sacrifice himself to have it their way in another way, you know? So Luffy and Kuma are kind of different like that, but the same. And I think that that was really beautiful. I think that just the ending of this chapter, from like those last 3 pages, him saying thank you to Vegapunk for saving Bonney, but Vegapunk's thinking like, and you know, Vegapunk is trying his hardest to keep it together, and even Vegapunk starts crying. Vegapunk was pleading with saying Jay Garcia, and Garcia is heartless. Jay Garcia is made to look like one of the worst types of villains, somebody who just has no appreciation for human life at all. And like, this chapter really leaves you with the mark that I need Jay Garcia to get done up quick times. Like, there's no way that Jay Garcia can walk away with any type of good look on his face after this arc. Kuma needs to do something. And it's hinted in this chapter that we see something like a bomb that gets placed in Kuma, and then also as well some type of switch that can give Kuma his humanity back. So I don't know if maybe the machine that he was in the Revolutionaries gave him a piece of his humanity back, something like that, the Vegapunk kind of set up for them, or if maybe this bomb is like gonna play a part in some factor. But hopefully we don't get like an Android 16 moment, except for the bomb actually goes off. Like, this could fully be Android 16 in the cell, where Android 16 is gonna blow himself up, but the bomb's not there. Except for this time, Android 16 is blowing himself up and the bomb is there. So I think that that definitely could be a possibility, right? That could be, to be honest, that's like one of the first things that comes to mind, like just a Android 16 goodbye Gohan moment, and then that doesn't happen. The part really hits hardest when you notice that the memories that Kuma left in the chamber where Bonney like entered them, those memories are gone now. So Bonney has now officially taken Kuma's memories in, and she has essentially become the will of Kuma, right? She knows everything he's been through. She has all the answers she was looking for, her reason to coming to see. And I think that that is like Bonney for Nakama moment. I feel like her looking for Nika, her not being aware that Luffy has this devil fruit just yet, and then, you know, Luffy's reawakening potentially at the end of this arc, and showing Bonney listening to the drums of liberation, hopefully Kuma's hearing it one last time as himself, the drums of liberation, and realizing that the actions that he took help put the world in a better place, and they weren't, I mean, I'm sure for him they weren't for nothing, but those actions that he took, those things that he believed in, came true, because Kuma was like the #1 follower of Nika. And I really want to see Bonney join the crew at this point. I did have thoughts about Bonney potentially joining the Revolutionary Army. That could be something that in her future, but I now more see like her as being somebody who wants to follow Nika. This would be her dream, to like see Nika go on his adventures and be somebody who is, you know, taught by Nika, and to really see what it is that her father saw on this person so much, if this person ends up being Luffy. Now, we kind of know that Bonney and Luffy are the people that Kuma has basically left his will with. He believes in these people, he pushes these people forward, so I want to see what happens next for them. I want to see them continuing to become like each other, or not become like each other, but like each other, and grow as friends and stuff like that. And I really am excited for what comes in the future for both of these pirates and where they go. Hopefully I can see something like Kuma blowing himself up, but Jay Garcia standing up, and then Luffy standing up after that, and then Luffy giving him a one punch, like a straight up a one punch that just destroys him. So that's really what I'm looking forward to most. Hopefully in the next chapter, I'm not sure with the Christmas holiday, but I'm not sure if we're going to get this chapter this week or if we're going to get the chapter in the following week. But I know at some point we will get another chapter, One Piece 1103, and I want it to start off with seeing back at Egghead Island, maybe a little bit part of the flashback just of like Bonnie's final movements, how she maybe got to Mary Joa, something like that, and then like back to Egghead Island, catch up with Kuma, catch up with this Zoro fight. I feel like before we see anything with Kuma landing, we have to finish this Zoro fight, how that goes. Hopefully we can get like an in-depth on that, maybe catch up with somebody else, and then like back to St. J. Garcia. I'm not sure exactly where they're gonna go with the rest of this arc immediately, but I want to see stuff like that, you know. I really want to finish this Zoro fight so that we can focus on the good stuff. And if we could end this arc with Luffy end the year, with Luffy punching St. J. Garcia, like in the next chapter, that would be great. Or if Kuma doing something, like Robo Kuma does something to St. J. Garcia at the end of the year, something that's like makes us feel good. Because right now we're still in like, in terms of the feelings, we're still on like the downward slope of, you know, we all miss Kuma, we all love Kuma at this point, so we need something that to like pick us up and like, you know, bring us back into our cheer for the end of the year. I don't think it's gonna go like that, but that's what I hope. Let me know what you guys think about this chapter of One Piece in the comment section down below, and maybe I'll go back and just do like a retroactive review on the 1101 and 1100, the two chapters that I missed. But if not, then I will just continue from here, 1103, which is going to be next week or the week following, and hopefully I can have some other content to put up to you guys to help quench your One Piece thirst. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. So Nakama out.